always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Monarchs and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Still 0-0 here in quarter 1, but an early test to check in on as we've got a 3rd down situation looming. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a gain there of 11 yards. Still scoreless here in the first, but a 3rd down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? After the run, luck on the throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. Give him 30 yards there. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
No, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. This defense has been on their heels thus far on this drive. It's been a long one, and now they're forced to defend a 1st and goal as we get back to the action. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second. Goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really get
under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To throw is Love. And spins away. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
This offense has been clicking pretty well here in the first half. They've got the sizable margin. Now can they add to it here with a final drive in the second quarter?
319! 319! Hey, check 26! Hey, check 26!
Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. Zoom.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
319. Zoom. Run. Hey, check 26.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Kamale Correa in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Zoom.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carlson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
That's fine. Yeah.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Over. Hey, tick 26. Hey, tick 26.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Carlson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. All right, this offense has made its way into the red zone as they're set up with a 1st and 10 just inside the 20.
Reset. Hey, easy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete as well.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead. So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. From the gun on third down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas, and he gets it inside the... Back now in Atlanta. A lot of points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the second half, ball in the red zone.
319. Back to north.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
319. Hey, check 26. Mike, 56, right there. Gun.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Kamale Correa. In there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This one from 35 yards away. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure.
4th quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down.
Hey, 88.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit.
Let's go, come on.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Rodgers again now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Jumbo! Hey, check 26!
And again, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
319 on.
They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to...
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.